Hello my friends and enemies alike, hope you're as good as can be in these dark times. Have you ever felt unheard by your local council? You're not alone. This is part 3 that should have been part 2, but if you have listened to part 2, then you will hear Walsall Council Complaints Department employing the same insidious tactics they were using 6 years ago, that you're about to hear, still abusing the complaints process, using tried and tested methods. This Walsall Council operative on the phone call is not here to help me or you, quite the opposite. I have dealt with a lot of complaints process operatives and they all have a common denominator, and that is to reach a resolution that favors whomever pays their wages. By the end of this call you're about to hear, this highly trained operative is lost for words and completely deflated. Listen for the relief in his voice when he gets to hand off to his manager, after he refused to identify himself but identified his own team leader under questioning. It took a bit of time, but he gave her up rather than himself, which perfectly demonstrates the self-preservation society found within the closed to the public rooms of Walsall Council. If there is a policy in place where staff members do not have to fully identify, why then would you fully identify your own team leader? For there would be no need to, because there is a policy in place to justify your refusal to fully identify. I do apologize for any mistakes I have made, and especially for the part in the call when I stated to the operative, "You're just using words." I am frustrated and pissed off by this point. What I meant to say was empty, hollow words. Any meaningless, insincere, scripted apology you get from these operatives is worthless. Not worth the paper it is printed upon, and the word sorry is used by these operatives in every single complaint response to justify all they do to you and me without any accountability. Part 4 will be the call with the team leader, as I cannot say too much or show paperwork as they have just come back with the laughable stage 1 complaint response. I am just about to file a stage 2 complaint, which will be shut down no doubt, but that will not be the end of this saga. From my experience, you will never find justice, fairness or transparency from these complaints departments. It's a rigged game you're playing, with them controlling the terms of the engagement. So change the terms of the engagement by questioning everything and watch how they fold while claiming to have a pair of aces. You're dealing with people where hitting below the belt is not only acceptable, it is rewarded. Enjoy.
Good morning, you're through to Sonia at Walsall Council Switchboard. How can I help you today?
Could you connect me to the customer complaints team, please?
Yes, certainly. Just hold the line for me.
Thank you.
Your call is in a queue and will be answered shortly. Your estimated wait time is about...
Good morning, it's Usman in the complaints department. How can I help?
Sorry, could you say that again, please?
My name's Usman in the complaints department. How can I help?
Hello, Usman. How are you today, mate? You alright?
I'm okay, thank you. Yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. I just want to discuss this letter I received from a complaint that I've got with you. Do you want the complaint reference number?
Just bear with me one moment, please. Yeah, sure.
It's WAL, WAL, /8L1,
Yeah.
69-F2B7D0.
And your full name, please.
Well, my name is Mark of the family. I'll give you the details of the letter that you've sent, if that makes sense. This is what one of my complaints about. It's about discrimination, you see, and I don't identify as what you put. I've even sent you a birth certificate showing that I don't identify as that person. I identify as Mark of the family, you see.
Okay. So in terms of your, is there a first name, second name? How is it split?
How is it spelled? With letters?
No, how is it split?
Split.
Is it Mark with first
Mark
name?
of the... it's just Mark of the family. Mark of the family.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, so your full name is Mark of the family.
Yes. That's what I identify as.
Okay. So I can see that the letter that I was sent to you is addressed as Mark.
But that doesn't matter who you addressed it to. That's not what I identify as. This was part of the complaint that I've got. It's a discriminationary case, like, so this is part of the complaint, you see. I just need to address this letter. You can put whatever you want in it. That doesn't make any difference. I just need to address this complaint, you see, please.
Okay.
But I identify as Mark of the family. That's who I identify as.
Yeah, you mentioned that. So, what else was it on the letter that you wanted to discuss?
Well, it says here, I'm sorry that you have not received your complaint. I can assure you that your complaint was logged with us on the 11th of June. Well, see, my recorded delivery slip that you've signed for, first of all, this complaint was signed for on the 9th, not the 11th. And the first time you haven't acknowledged this complaint. And it's a bit disconcerting what you've put in here, you see, because it says, I can assure you, but there's no name to this, so I'm looking to be reassured, you see.
Okay, well, my name's Usman.
Yes.
And I can assure you over the phone right now
You
that once you received the letter, it was on the 9th,
Yeah.
but it was only logged on the complaint system on the 11th.
What's the reason for that?
There is a delay, so once the letter
Yeah, I get what you just said. What's the reason for the delay, please, sir?
it's still with our council tax team, and they are reviewing it.
The other thing on this, you put stage 1 complaint. It says about housing benefit, council tax reduction and discriminatory housing payment. That's not what I've complained about. Now I know this is going to get to a stage 2, so this is you've already talked yourself into a stage 2 complaint. What I'm concerned about is I sent you a document with this that was meant to be sent to the Revenues and Benefits Department. I've just received a letter from them saying that, well, I'll read it to you. I note from the records that your invoice shows below is outstanding. Unless I receive your proposal to settle this invoice within the next 14 days, I intend to instruct legal services. I've already sent you a document that you should have passed to them, so it sounds like you either not passed the document or they've just ignored you, which is a bit disconcerting.
No, it has been sent out to the Revenue Department.
Well,
It has been
I have sent a proposal to them. I sent a proposal to them stating that I'm willing to pay the money upon a full receipt of what you've got. The paperwork, it should be on the system in front of you.
I'm not on the council tax team, I'm in the complaints department, sir.
I'm not making a complaint about council tax. I don't understand that. I've got a letter from... Are you the complaints department?
That's correct.
Well, I've got a letter from you.
Yes, yeah. That was just to tell you that the complaint is on the system, and we are working with the revenues team to get a response sent to you.
Yeah, and how many days does it take to address a complaint? 10 days?
It is supposed to be closed within 10 days, that's correct.
Well, can you explain to me why it's now? What day is it today? Is it the 4th of July? If I log this complaint on the 9th and you received it on the 11th, why haven't I had a response to it? Where's the 10 days gone?
Yeah, he has breached that. I can tell you that he has reached that time, which you are aware of, and I can only apologise.
I don't want an apology, I want an explanation why you've breached your own complaints procedure, please, sir. It says on here you can reassure me, so I'm looking for some kind of reassurance. You've put no name to this, so I can only assume who sent it. I'll read it to you. Dear Mark, I am sorry we have not received an acknowledgement of your complaint. I can assure you, you can't assure me because the acknowledgement of the complaint is the assurance. Is it not? Hello?
Well, I sent that letter.
Oh, you've sent this letter?
Yeah, I did. It was myself that sent the letter.
What's your full name, please?
My name's Usman.
Can you spell that, please?
U-S-M-A-N.
Hang on a sec. U-S-A-M...
U-S-M-A-N.
Yeah. Second name, please.
I just need to provide you with my first name. I'm the only one.
Sorry, so what do you identify as then?
My name's Usman.
Yeah, but what identifies you? Usman doesn't identify. That's your first name. That's where you've got a second name. How can I? I'm bringing see.
I don't need to provide a second name.
Do you have that? Do you have?
Department and mine. I'm the only one with that name in the complaints department.
So what? If I said I'm speaking to Usman, what?
In the complaints department of Walsall Council.
So you identify Usman in the that's a big term. all I'm trying to do is establish. You've just established who I am, but you want to establish who you are. After sending this letter, that's got like, if you sent this letter, you're in a bit of trouble because there's lies and errors in this letter. And I'm asking for reassurance from that you've said in this letter that you're not giving me. Have you passed that? In my complaint, when I put the complaint, it says, please forward all documents to the relevant department. I've now got revenues and benefits taking me to court because they're saying I haven't sent them anything. That's just not true. So one of you is lying, either you are or that department is, and I'm looking for answers, you see. She's going to the stage 2 and he's going to the ombudsman and he's probably going to court, and I wish you to identify yourself because you're going to have to give an account of what you've just said in court. So I'm asking for you to identify yourself, please.
All calls are recorded, so if it needs to be, this recording can be...
This phone call's recorded, sir. I'm recording this phone call now.
That is fine. So this has been sent over to Gertish in the Revenue Department, and we are hoping to provide you with a response by 7th of December.
Yeah, you've said that already. What's the reason why you're having a deed to your own complaints process?
The delays with the Revenue Department.
Yeah, you've said that. What's the reason? You keep saying the same thing. I'm asking, what's the...
I personally am not aware of the delay.
You sent this letter, you've just admitted it. So you've got to be aware. You just said I can assure you.
I've sent you the letter to advise that there hasn't been a response as of yet from the Revenue Department.
Why?
Now that a response has been advised that will be sent on the 7th of July.
Yeah, I understand that. What I'm asking...
As part of the complaint, if you want to know the reasons as to why there is a delay, I can pose that in addition to your complaint to find out and provide you with that.
Why can't you answer the question now? You've sent the letter. You said, I can assure you. I'm asking for assurance. Reassure me.
I said, I can assure you the complaint has been logged.
On the 11th, but it wasn't. It was sent to you on the 9th. You signed for it. Do you understand how the postal law works? I've got case law. It's something to do with sheep, but I've got it somewhere. Where as soon as I file a document and send it the way I have to do, I have to send it recorded delivery. I have to pay for it out of my own pockets because you ignored it the first time. And if I hadn't have done it the way that I had done it, you would have got away with this, ignoring this complaint. The only reason you've had to address it is because I've put you in such a position where I've showed you that you've signed for it. I've told you the name of the person who signed for it. That is the reason you're addressing this now. And you've put, I can assure you. So, and you've said you're the person who wrote this letter. So I'm asking for what you've just put on here. I'm a vulnerable, disabled person. I'm asking for you to reassure me.
In what way?
In what way? That you've passed the document to them. This complaint, where's the bit where I've made the complaint about filling overpayments, the discrimination, the threats, the intimidation?
So my understanding is that when we received this letter...
Do you want me to get my complaint up and read it for you? Give me a second. And I'll get it up and I'll read the complaint for you. Let me just put my own glasses on. I've sent you a complaint. You address this. It says, this is what you sent. Complaint stage 1 about housing benefit, council tax reduction, or where's the or come from? Or discretionary housing payment. I've done none of that. I've complained that you've sent me an unlawful document, an invoice that says without prejudice on it, masquerading as a court document, masquerading as an invoice, masquerading as a statement. That's what I've complained about. I've also complained about filling overpayments. He was rude, nasty to me, not very nice. When I was directed to ring up and ask for what was going on, I was told by you, just like I'm addressing this letter, I have to address everything. And so I'm looking for the reassurance.
So when this letter came in, it was sent initially to the Revenue Department, and the Revenue Department sent it to the complaints team to log it as an official complaint on the system so it can be addressed as a stage 1 complaint.
Yes.
Yes, there was a delay from the point of when Walsall Council received it.
You've said that about 4 times now. What's the reason for that?
It gets passed from departments, and there isn't an instant logging of each.
You've got to provide sorry to cut you off, sir, but you've got to provide a reason why you failed to adhere to your own complaints policy, your own complaints procedure. The only reason you addressed the complaints procedure on the second time was because I sent you a second complaint, a chaser, with the evidence that I'd already filed the first complaint. So, airtight with the person who signed for it and the date that you signed for, and that's the only reason you're addressing this complaint. That's my argument to the court, and I'm looking for you to reassure me that that's not the case.
So if you feel that I haven't sent this over to the Revenue Department...
Well, I'm not saying you haven't sent it. I'm saying if I've got a letter from you saying that you've passed this to that department, I've got a letter right here saying that they haven't received anything from me. They haven't received any kind of proposal or nothing. When that's false, I'll tell you what it says here. This is what I sent to your complaint. Any alleged debt is classed as an obligation which then shall be lawfully accompanied with a true itemised invoice that has due diligence supplied and operates in accordance with the Bills of Exchange of 1882. I will pay all lawful obligations upon me of the alleged debt of £250 invoice number upon receipt of full transparency and accountability of a true, accurate, lawful invoice. That's a proposal. Now, either you haven't sent the proposal, or they've got the proposal and they've ignored it. One of them is true, and I don't know which is which. So now I'm going to have to address this in stage 2 and to the Ombudsman. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm looking for reassurance. I don't know what's true. Do you see what I'm saying, Osman? I've got 2 conflicting documents. One from you saying you can assure me, and one from them saying they haven't received the very thing that you can claim that you've assured me in this letter. So I'm confused and giving me misleading and confusing advice. You work in complaints. You must know it's maladministration. You keep giving me misleading, mixing, confusing advice and information, and I'm confused that much that I don't know what to do because of what you've sent here. And when you said you can reassure me, I'm asking for you to reassure me, and you can't do that. You can't do it because you're not being truthful.
Have you got an email address?
What does that matter?
Because I want to send you, it's just come through actually right now.
Oh, so it's come through now, is it, while we're on the phone?
Yeah, I've just seen it on the system.
Yeah, that's convenient. That's convenient, isn't it? That's very convenient. So, while we're on the phone now talking, you've had the information come through, but you haven't been able to supply anything with this complaint from the 9th when you received it. You then locked it as the 11th. You're now saying 10 days from this letter.
And again, you can use that as part of your argument if you do wish to take it to the Ombudsman.
I am taking it to the, I'm taking it further than the Ombudsman. This is where I want your full name to identify yourself, because I'm putting you on the stand. I'm calling you as a witness now because you're the one that sent this letter. You won't put your name to this letter, and you've just admitted it. You shouldn't have admitted it. You won't put your name, so the stage 2 complaint is now going to be about you. I'm asking for you to reassure me. It's one of you two's lying. I don't know whether it's you or the Revenues Department, but it's one of you.
Lying about what, sir?
What do you mean lying about what? I've just explained it to you. I have sent documentation that says to send, and I'm reading from the complaint, send all documents to the relevant department, please. Dear Walsall Council, relevant revenue and benefits recovery. I've sent the documents saying send the thing. You're saying that you haven't sent them. You're saying that the revenue department have sent that complaint to you, and you've sent it back to them. But they're saying that they haven't received nothing from me, and you're saying that you have sent it. Do you see what? That's what I mean.
How complaints department works is...
I know how it works.
If you allow me to speak, so once a complaint comes in, say if it's in regards to council tax, let's say council tax for instance.
It's not in regards to council tax.
I'm talking hypothetically, sir.
Don't talk hypothetically. There's no need for you to talk hypothetically. You can talk literally.
In your instance, your complaint is about the Revenues Department.
No, it's not. Again, that's false. It's not about Revenues Department. It's about you sending me false and misleading information. You sent me a document. You put the words "no prejudice" at the top of the document, so I can't put it in front of a judge. You then sent me it's an invoice. You put it in all capitals. You refuse to use my identity. You've got a person from Revenues to then be absolutely disgusting to me on a recorded phone call that I've sent you. It was vile. And when I'm seeking information, to then have my complaint ignored. The only reason you're responding to it is because I had to send a chaser where you couldn't get out of. If I'd have just filed this complaint in a normal way, the way you wanted me to do, the way you're trying to explain to me about the complaints process, you would have just ignored this and I'd have had no evidence. Luckily for me, this is not my first rodeo, so all this paperwork is filed because it's being filed for court. And what you did is the only reason you're addressing this complaint now is because you've got no choice, because you didn't address it at the first instance when you should have done in your own complaints procedure. You failed to acknowledge the complaint, and now you're trying to say you were acknowledging this complaint days later, give me another 10 days, when I should have had 10 days from the 9th, not 10 days from when you sent this letter, saying you can assure me, thinking you've just sent all these words and I'm just going to swallow it and accept it like it's the word of God, and it is not. You need to provide evidence. You won't even identify yourself because you know you're going to avoid liability, because you know you've got that coming, and that's why you won't identify yourself. The same way Paul on overpayments wouldn't identify himself, because you're trained not to avoid liability. So I'm asking for you to reassure me that you've put in the letter, and you can't do that. Reassure me that you've provided them with that document.
So when I provide you with the response that has been sent, would that provide you with reassurance?
No. Reassure me, do it in writing. You ain't getting my email.
Okay, so let me send it to you in writing via letter.
You can send it, listen, right.
I'm going to send it the stage 1 response letter via letter today.
Yes.
So you should be receiving that within the next few days. Is that okay?
No. This is simple. Are you going to identify you? I wish to make a complaint about you.
Okay, so you can just mention that you've spoken to myself today.
Osman what?
You can just mention Osman.
That doesn't work like that. How can I just mention Osman? I'm talking to what department? Give me something that identifies you. Osman of such and such, or Osman something. Like I'm telling you, my name is Mark of the family. What's your...
I can give you my job title.
I don't want your job title. Well, you could say cleaner, you could say anything. I don't know who you are. Something that can you walk into the bank and say, have you got identification? You say, yeah, I'm Osman, the complaints bloke. No, you won't get nowhere. I need something that identifies you. I'm asking you to identify you. This is going to a stage 2 complaint. I've given you the opportunity to reassure me everything you say. You can't do that. You haven't done that. You haven't given me a good explanation why you failed to address this complaint. I believe that if I had to put this complaint in the way that I did, you would have just ignored that. And you've just admitted this is you. I'm asking to make a complaint about you. You're refusing to identify yourself.
My name's Osman.
Osman who?
Can you put down Osman?
No, you can't tell me what I can just put. You don't have that luxury. It's simple. If you don't want to identify yourself, just say, I'm not identifying myself, and I'll just report you for it. Or better still, put your manager on.
If you want me to do that, I can see if she's available.
Yeah, do that.
Thank you. Hello, Mark.
Yes, that's my name. Use it correctly, please, sir.
Mark, I'm going to transfer you over to my manager.
Who's that, please?
Her name's Nikki.
Nikki who?
I'll be just putting you through to her, and you can just...
That's not what I asked. I asked the second name, please, sir.
I'm just going to provide...
I asked the second name, please, sir. Stop. Just answer the question. What is the second name, please?
I'm going to pass you over to her.
So you're just going to ignore me? I've asked you 3 times. Are you ignoring me, sir? I'm a vulnerable, disabled adult who's confused. I'm asking you, answer the question to what I've just said.
I'm going to pass you over.
That's not, again, you just said the same thing you just said 3 times. Can you please answer the question? Who's Nikki? She could be your girlfriend for all I know. Who is she, please?
She's my manager.
Nikki, again, you're using...
I'm sorry, I'm going to pass you on to her because at the moment...
Answer. I'm going to report you if you don't answer the question. Who is this person you are passing me to?
My manager.
Who?
Is Nikki.
Nikki who? There you go again. You've got nothing to say, have you? Because you know. What you're doing is now this is a recorded phone call, sir. I'm asking you, a vulnerable, disabled, you know this, it's on your system. I'm asking you to tell me who. I'm already under the Mental Health Act. I'm not a very stable person. You're already making me feel, you're already causing me distress. You can hear it, what you're doing. You are causing me distress. Who are you passing me to?
Nikki.
Nikki, oh my God. Nikki who?
Nikki Cole.
Nikki, there you go. Spell that, please. See, look at that. How bad, why didn't you just do that the first time? Can you explain yourself, please?
I'm going to pass you on. You can
no, hang on a sec. I've already explained this to you. I've already explained my status to you. I don't need to do it again. Please explain to me why you just caused me distress and didn't do that the first time when I asked you.
I'm going to pass you on.
There you go again. You're still not answering the question. I'm still going to report you. This is a recorded phone call. I'm asking you why you didn't do that the first time I asked you. Why you stressed me out.
I'm going to pass you on.
Yeah, you've just said that 5 times now because you've got nothing to say. I've asked the question and I'll ask it again. Why have you just caused me distress?
There's nothing further I can
What there is, you can answer the question. Why have you just caused me distress, sir?
I'm going to pass you on.
Yeah, you've just said that 6 times now. Answer the question. Why have you just deliberately caused me distress?
I'm sorry, but I'm going to...
Never mind, sorry. Answer the question. That's 7 times I've asked you now. Why have you just caused me distress? Why did you take...
If I caused you distress, I do apologise, and I am...
Can you assure me of your apology, just like you've just assured me with this letter?
I said I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you assure me of your apology? An apology is sincere and heartfelt. Can you assure me of what you've just said?
I apologise. I said I'm sorry that I caused you distress.
Yeah, can you assure me? You're just using words. You've been using words this whole phone call. You've caused me distress. The question was, why did you take 6 times to answer the very first question? You could have just said it the first time. Why did you avoid it? And there you've gone now, haven't you?